Hi, and welcome to today's practice. Welcome to Belong Yoga. I'm Carrie. And today our flow is going to be a very soothing, gentle relaxation flow. So to start with, we're going to be using a cooling breathing technique. In fact, there's two of them that I'm going to share with you, and you can choose which one you'd like to try. You can try both of them, or you can try one or the other. We have Sitali and Sitkari breath. And just so you know, if you have any kind of respiratory or throat irritation, this might not be the best for you right now. So you can just come into your normal breathing in through the nose, out through the nose as we're going through these breathing techniques. But if not, I'd love for you to join me for these pranayama, this breathing technique, because it helps the body cool down. It brings us into a state of relaxation and really just helps us come into more of a meditative state in our minds as well. So for Sitali, I always get it backwards, Sitali and Sitkari. For Sitali breath, you're going to want to curl your tongue up like a tongue taco. So if you can curl your tongue, you're going to be breathing through your tongue that way. And so I'll explain the other option here in just a moment. But for Sitali, we're going to curl the tongue and we're going to breathe in a nice, cooling, refreshing breath through the tongue. When we are done at the end of the inhale, we're going to close down the mouth, place the tongue behind the teeth, and exhale out through the nose. So it's going to look like this. Now, for those of you who have trouble with curling the tongue, you can try Sitkali breath. It's still a very cooling breathing technique, but instead of rolling the tongue, you're going to place the tongue behind the teeth, and you're going to open your lips, and you're going to breathe in through that opening in your lips through the teeth. And again, place the tongue behind the teeth as you exhale through the nose. So again, it's going to look like this. Okay, so lots of fun. Don't worry about, looking weird. We're all here with you, but sometimes this is a great breathing technique for reducing anxiety, cooling down the body, and just, coming into a more calm state. So let's go ahead and find yourself in a nice seated position. I'm actually on a blanket. Feel free to perch on a blanket, a bolster, a block. And if you're comfortable, let's go ahead and close down your eyes. And let's just take a few centering breaths, just regular in and out the nose, just to get ourselves started. So inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. One more time, inhale through the nose. And exhale through the nose. And this time, let's start that breathing technique, either rolling the tongue or putting the teeth, or your tongue behind the teeth. So on the inhale, through the tongue or through the teeth. Exhaling out the nose. Relaxing the face. You're going to be doing this technique for about 1 minute. Do 2 more rounds. When you're done with that final round, just sit quietly for a moment. Notice what you're noticing in your body, in your mental state right now. See if you're feeling a little more calm, a little cool, a little more relaxed. Let's gently open our eyes. Let's go ahead and meet me in Balasana, Child's Pose. So this is a very gentle yin style class. We're going to be holding the postures for a few moments. Come into Child's Pose. You can come nice, wide-legged. We're really here to lay down, relax, cool down. Go ahead and gently place your forehead on the mat, arms stretched out nice in front of you. No efforting, no trying to do anything, just holding here for a few breaths. Gently lift the head just for a moment and bring your right hand underneath the left for a thread the needle variation in Child's Pose. You're still going to want your left arm out in front of you and gently place your right cheek down onto the mat. And let's hold here for 5 breaths. And gently lift up, extend your right hand out in front of you, and thread the left arm under the right. And gently place your right cheek, your left cheek down onto the mat for this thread the needle variation. And for this one, we will be holding for 5 breaths as well. And unthread that left arm just for a moment in Child's Pose. And go ahead and meet me in a tabletop position. I'm just going to do some gentle cat-cows. Just dropping the belly on the inhale. Exhaling, rounding the back. Dropping the belly. Rounding the back. Let's do that 2 more times. Nice and easy. into a neutral tabletop position. And go ahead, cross those legs and sit back down onto your bottom here. We're going to extend our legs out nice and long in front of us, okay? Let's get ourselves rooted down into our sits bones. You can plant your hands if you want to give yourself a little bit of length in the spine. And we're going to bring our right foot, the sole of the right foot, to meet our left thigh. And you can adjust yourself a little bit. We're actually going to open up a little bit more into the hips for this position, okay? And so, again, root down through your sits bones. Oh, got a fly right in my ear. Sorry. So we're going to root down through our sits bones. Inhale our arms up overhead. And let's exhale, bring our left elbow, our left forearm out by our left knee. And we're going to inhale that right arm up overhead, all the way up and over. We're going to rotate it down, and then we're going to circle it around just a few times. Inhaling it up overhead, exhaling it back behind us. Inhaling up overhead, exhaling behind us. Let's do that one more time. And then we're going to open up that chest, and let's go ahead. And this time, let's just inhale that arm up overhead, opening up a little bit into that right side body. And hold here for a few breaths. And let's come back up out of it. And let's take that extended left leg and let's cross it over the right, tucking in the right foot towards the left glute over here. We're going to come into a twist. So get yourself situated. The left foot is planted outside the right knee. Just get yourself situated with your sits bones down there. Inhale your right hand up overhead. Get some length in the spine. Let's go ahead and wrap that right arm around that left knee. And we're going to rotate our left hand back, using it like a kickstand, getting a little bit of expansion across the chest. And let's sit into this twist. You do not have to go very deep, not a lot of efforting on this one. Just a little bit of a twist today. And let's hold this for several breaths. One more deep inhale in, and exhale it out. And unravel those legs, extend them back out in front of you, nice and long. Give them a little bit of a jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. All right, and let's bring our left foot in to meet our right thigh, opening up a little bit into the hips here. And inhale the arms up overhead. And on the exhale, bring that right forearm to meet the right leg down on the ground here. And we're going to inhale that arm up overhead. And exhale it to come close. We're inhaling it up. We're going to open up that chest like we did before. Some arm circles. Opening it up. Exhaling it down. Inhale to open up the arm. Exhaling down. One more time. Inhale, open up that arm. Expansion through the chest. And this time we're just going to extend over and hold into this side stretch into the left side body. Keeping your sits bones rooted down. Trying not to lift up out of the left. And let's hold that for several breaths. And let's come out of that. Let's bring that right foot across the left leg here. So resituate yourself if you need to. We're going to plant that right foot outside the left knee, tucking in that left foot towards the left glute. If it's more comfortable to have that bottom leg straight, please feel free to do that. I have a fly that keeps bugging me today. I'm so sorry. Let's get ourselves all nice and situated. And inhale that. This is our left hand all the way up. Get some extension in the spine. Exhale, let's wrap that left hand around the right thigh or right knee. Bring that right arm behind us. Inhale up and exhale as we twist. Again, not a lot of efforting. Continue to breathe. Let's hold this for several breaths. And one final breath. And extend those legs out nice and long in front of you. Again, let's give them a little wiggle shake. Let's get ourselves readjusted so our hips are square. And let's bring the soles of the feet together and come into a butterfly posture. For this one, we want our feet a little bit closer into our groin. Legs spread out nice and wide. Wrap your feet around, or your hands around your feet. Root down through the sits bone, and let's inhale and let's get some extension in the spine. And let's hold this variation for a few breaths, 5 breaths like we have been. Inhaling, exhaling. Again, not a lot of efforting, just enjoying the moment here. Keep a nice long spine, we're not rounding. Final breath here. And keeping this butterfly position with our legs, let's go ahead and bring our feet out a little bit further away from us. This time we are going to be rounding down. So I want you to wrap your hands underneath your ankles to clasp your feet. And on the inhale, really get a little bit of length in that spine, hinging forward from that hips to bend forward. And now gently round down. And we will hold here for 5 breaths. One final breath here. And let's come all the way back up into a seated position. Grab that mat or blanket, or block if you'd like to sit on it. And let's come back into a nice easy seat. Rooting down through your sits bones. Coming back into this moment. And let's go back to that breathing technique that we were doing at the beginning, the Sitali and Sitkari. So maybe you tried one variation at the beginning, maybe now you want to try the other variation. Maybe you enjoyed that first variation, so stick with that, that's fine, or change it up in between. Now let's hold for about 1 more minute as we once again come into this calming, cooling breathing technique. So let's go ahead and close down our eyes and take one inhale and exhale to center ourselves. And now let's begin that breathing technique, either rolling the tongue or breathing in through the teeth. And we're going to inhale in. About halfway there. One final breath. Now just sit here and notice what you notice. Where's your mind at? How is your body feeling? Hopefully you're feeling a little calmer, less stressed, less anxious. Feeling a little bit better. And let's go ahead and inhale our arms up overhead. Exhale our hands down through heart center. Thank yourself for showing up today. Thank you for stepping on the mat. Thank you for joining me today. And when you're ready, open your eyes. So hopefully that breathing technique will help you as you move through any kind of stressful situations, going through anxiety. I have a big anxiety when I go to the dentist and other things, so it's a great breathing technique before you know you're going to go into an anxious situation. Or, when you are having that hot flash, as we go into perimenopause, menopause, postmenopause, those, they're fun. Night sweats, hot flashes, any of that, that's a great technique to just help calm the mind, help calm down the body, help cool us down as well. So, hopefully this video here today, this short little practice helped you. If it did, I'd love to hear in the comments how you liked it. Go ahead and like and share the video if you have someone you think that might really appreciate this practice today. And go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you like it. I'd love to hear more from you, what kind of yoga you're looking for. And if you are in that perimenopause, postmenopausal, menopausal stage, I'd love to hear the types of things that are going on in your life so that I can help find practices that can help. I know it helps me, and I'm hoping it can help you as well, but I'd love to hear from you. So thank you so much for joining me today, and until next time.